Huge credit to India for going there and winning. It's a very difficult place to go and win. We all know that.
With reference to Zach's injury, obviously it's a blow to plans. But do you look at things like India in Australia just recently and sort of take a view that it opens up a door and a chance for somebody who probably wasn't going to play to do something special? Because that's obviously something India embraced when they had a few struggles with injuries in Australia.
Yeah, I think a lot of sides around the world will look at that series that's just happened in Australia and take huge amount of confidence from it. I think, huge credit to India for going there and winning. It's a very difficult place to go and win. We all know that. But it also, I think, teams will see that and will see that, it is possible to go and win away from home. And there is a lot of pressure on sides hosting. It'll be the same when we turn up in England and we host some brilliant sides coming over. There is a bit of pressure around that, and we should embrace that challenge. That should excite us. There's so many great opportunities that come with that, and as a side and as individual players, when you're given that opportunity to play, you just got to try and maximise that opportunity. Really try and make that count. And one thing that we have had more recent past is that competition for places, a bit more depth within our squad, and not heavily reliant on certain individuals, which might have been the case a few years ago. So it's really exciting time for the team, and guys have just got to really grasp those opportunities if they get them.
I just wanted to ask you about Jack Leach and Bess. There has been a lot of talk about these two, but do you think Moeen Ali can be the real X factor when it comes to spin, looking at his record against India?
I think it's great that all three of them are fit and available for selection. I think that as a whole bowling group, it's going to be really important that we all work together, not single out spinners and separate the seamers away from them. I think collectively, it's going to be really important that we all play our part, and that actually we look at things in partnerships. We look at how, as a bowling group, we're going to take 20 wickets in these conditions, and not put pressure on individuals to try and win games on their own. That's going to be the main mentality for us throughout this series, and individually the responsibility will come onto those guys if given the chance to play, and if the ball's thrown to them, do your job as best as you can for that spell. Pass the spell on to the next guy, keep building pressure all the time, creating as many chances as you can, and keep working together as a unit. It's really frustrating, and really frustrating for Zach in particular. Real freak incident where he, walking out the change room, slipped over and landed on his wrist. So hard for him to take, especially off the back of trying to get as best prepared as possible for this series. And of course, it means that we have to look at things from a selection point of view. I think as a more general thing, I think everything's on the table in terms of selection. We'll weigh everything up when we get to the ground, look at the conditions, look at the surface again, and try and have real clarity going into the game. There's a number of different things we've got. We've got some brilliant players, brilliant options to choose from. We look at the balance of the side and things as well. But there'll all be things that we'll discuss over the course of today and make sure that we're really happy with the team that we take into the game tomorrow.
And how are Jofra Archer and Ben Stokes looking? Are they fully fit from what you've seen for selection?
Yeah, I mean, I had the pleasure of, pleasure, I mentioned this last night, the displeasure almost of facing Jofra in the nets yesterday. He bowled extreme with great pace, looked right at the top of his game. So really excited to see him where he's at. And it's always great to have Ben back in around the group. That he's going to come back in and give absolutely everything to the team. So I think it would always give a huge lift having that amount of talent in and around the squad. So very excited for them both to be in and around things again, and looking forward to get going.